Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Everything is Crab. Last episode, we successfully completed the Do No Attacks, or No Attacks challenge, so that was really tough. We scraped through it. Let's just do another run. Pressure 6. We happen to have not beaten this last time, but let's give it a shot. Okay, let's try... Spawn of Chaos can be so good or so bad. You know what? Spawn of Chaos, why not? And we'll go with... Since we don't have this completed at level 5, we'll go Patient. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll pick which one has the... Okay, Spawn of Chaos, a lot of health, a lot of physical damage. We're big. We have regeneration, plating. We're slow, so it looks like this is we are wanting to go, unfortunately, the build I always go, which is the get as big as possible and just slam into enemies, which, you know, I mean, is great for me because I know how to play it and stuff, but it is also unfortunate just because I feel like it's kind of like my crutch build, you know, and branching out is always good, but okay. Well, we want to try to be as, you know, leverage our as big as possible already. So we'll keep taking things that have the imposing trait. So we're more likely to get imposing stuff. Yeah, like this. Horns has imposing, great physical damage on it. It means we can't get antlers because we have horns, but I think that's okay. I don't dislike antlers, but the self-damage does scare me because of all the normal damage I take, let alone any self-inflicted damage. We don't really want any of these. You know what, let's skip. Maybe get some higher tier stuff next time. Let's see, eat all this food. We definitely want some eating speed very soon, because we're already noticing that we have too much food to eat. Well, level up our headbutt again, even more damage. And I think what we probably want to do is find people eating food and then take them out so that we can then eat them as well, kind of like a 2-for-1. Okay, yeah, we'll upgrade horns again. Gotta be careful, because that'll be the last level we can upgrade it to. Because if we're going to use horns the full time, we are going to need to have some mutagen points to level it up. Oh, cheek pouch. Always take cheek pouch. I mean, especially at epic tier where you can by default carry 2. I mean, just absolutely broken. I don't know how they're going to adjust it, but they probably should. Let's increase our physical damage here. It's the kind of build we're going. And honestly, we're not really seeing a whole lot. We have negative senses. I wonder if it's even worth getting more senses. You know what? More HP, more physical. We'll just go with big boy. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, let's go exoskeleton. It gives us damage resist, gives us more crabs, so our food is better. You know, let's see how much damage we can do to this. Oh, okay. I don't know if that frog creature was already very low, or if we did just one-shot it. Oh, no, we are just one-shotting it. Wow, that is crazy. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to chase that elite into the water. Let's get some adaptations. Oh, here's an elite here, though. Okay, so we are 2 hitting elites. Well, some alphas at the moment. Let's go with more cheek pouch. I mean, it is just... Cheek pouch is just crazy. Like, they probably should... You know what, we are fighting stuff a lot. Let's pick up Carnivore. We are eating a lot of meat and stuff like that, so it's probably worth to increase how much meat gives us. Oh, and this elite made its way back to us. Okay, well, that worked out. Let's go with more size. We could have upgraded it there, but I don't think it's that necessary. Because we're going to want to upgrade our horns, maybe any other attacks we might see. Let's go with attack, penalty, and dodge, I think there is a world where you could get so much attack penalty reduction that you can just attack and move at the same speed, which sounds crazy. Just like rapid fire running around. Well, we've already picked up Carnivore. Do we want to do Herbivore? Nah, let's increase our attack range. Our attack range for our horns is a little small. We got some extra mutagen points here, so spending them isn't too bad. And we're already up to a good amount of HP. 100 max HP already is quite a bit. Well, let's see if we can get this guy. Okay, good. Another alpha down. Well, we definitely want to take Body Slam, but we also definitely want to take Shell. What a conundrum. You know what, we'll go Body Slam first. I think it's just because we have so much, add your active plating to your damage. You know what, sure, I've never tried that one. We'll give it a try. Let's see here. More size and physical damage. Some more mutagen points. Let's see, what does this mushroom offer us? Oh, we didn't see. Some good. Oh, is that an elite over there? Let's see. Honestly, let's upgrade Carnivore, get even more progress from meat. We might just be able to, let's go some feeding speed, even though it's the lowest level. Why not? Oh, the kangaroo, my old nemesis, but thankfully I can just do so much damage and it's so weak compared to me. We take those. We don't have prey, so we don't want to do that. We could take the terrain adaptation with speed. You know what? Let's go arms. The feeding distance is fantastic. Let's re-roll. Oh, we already got a second level of arms. Okay. We'll max out that chonky size and see if we can't get this elite over, or this alpha over here. Okay, easy peasy. We're doing good. We're doing good. Thankfully, our spawn of chaos ended up not being too bad, which, I mean, I guess that's kind of how it goes. Sometimes you just get completely screwed over, and sometimes it just kind of hands it to you, which it's a little bit of what happened here, but not too bad. Ooh. Let's upgrade our Carnivore to Legendary. So now meat gives us 100% effectiveness. So essentially what that means is, if you didn't know, is green food gives you 10, blue food gives you 20, epic food gives you 30, and I think gold food gives you 50 per eat, maybe? I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's something like that. So like if meat is green and it only gives you 10, it'll give you 20 now with a 100% increase, which is really, really, really good. Let's go with more overwhelm. You don't really have that much plating. I mean, 15, adding 15, roughly 15 damage isn't bad. Oh yeah, look at that feeding distance coming in clutch there. Sure, we'll just take some regeneration for the heck of it. I think we have already reached a point where, as long as I don't completely mess it up, I think we just win already, which, you know, it does make it slightly less interesting, but, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. It's just one of those things where, because we aren't on the max difficulty yet, you know, some of these are a little easier. And, which is funny, because if I, if you know, these early runs are so easy, why have I failed a few times? You know, so that's kind of like the game has enough in it, enough randomness that, you know, it's not too bad, you know. Some runs are easier than others, and that's like for any game like this, any roguelike. Sometimes you just, you know, you just hit the great builds right out of the gate, and it is what it is. And sometimes you just take those. Let's go more regeneration. But yeah, no, if you didn't know, so this is the demo, but we do believe it will be the last demo. The game is going to be out on May 8th. You know, go wishlist it if you like it. Wishlisting does really help the game. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, you know. Obviously, I don't have a big enough audience or anything like that for that, but that's fine. I think this game is great. I don't think they need to sponsor me or anything. But yeah, games when they get wishlisted, it really helps the developers, because it like helps it show up on the front page and stuff when they get released. And, you know, if it's a game you like and game you want to see, you know, succeed, that is something that you can do to really help them out. So yeah. Ooh, last level of arms, fantastic. But yeah, I definitely think this is a really fun game. I think the builds that you can do aren't, you know, completely cut and dry. And there's enough variance for the most part that it's not really like, you're not really doing the same build over and over again. I know, you know, I'm kind of doing this physical health one over and over, but that's more so just because I fall into it and it happens to be the one I'm really good at, so it happens to be the one that looks good. Not that I hide any runs or anything. I don't, I only what I see do I, or I only play and upload. So you're seeing everything, all my progress, all my successes, all my failures. So yeah, I don't know if that's something you're into or if you would prefer to see just the successes, but yeah, I think it's always interesting to not just see necessarily the quote-unquote good stuff. I think seeing the average stuff as like a better expectation for it. But it is what it is. You know, I don't mind failing and people see that I fail in. Failing is just a part of any roguelike. I mean, if you won every game, it wouldn't be very fun, now would it? Okay, alright, enough yapping about all that. Let's see if maybe we can get some more game commentary here. We definitely want to get out of the desert for the boss. Need to be remembering that. We are not particularly good at remembering that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, let's upgrade our headbutts. Fantastic. Okay. And it looks like for the most part, we are taking a lot of damage, but it looks like for the most part we can just slam into the boss, which is okay. Let's reroll, even though it is 10 mutagen points. Oh boy. Well, we didn't get legs, which is unfortunate, so let's go... I guess we'll go alpha just because it gives us size and HP. You know, we're not going to really use the social, but that's okay. Let's see. Exoskeleton. Oh yeah, our feeding distance is crazy. I wonder, cause how much feeding distance does arms give? Arms give 6 and I have 7. I wonder if I started with an extra feeding distance with Spawn of Chaos. I don't even know if that's something you can spawn with, but let's see if we can't get this elite here, this alpha here. Okay, not too bad. Oh, and we can get our horns to legendary. That is fantastic. So we now have our legendary, our one attack is a legendary. And our other attack, legendary level 5, and then we have a blue level 3 attack, so we're doing really good. And we have almost 200 HP. This is definitely something we want to do. Oh, and there's an elite coming up. Yeah, well, I mean, we basically don't see these until they're in our face because our senses are so bad. We'll take exoskeleton, more damage reduction. I do wonder how runs are going to play out with the fact that there definitely looks like you can fight more bosses. Take some regeneration. I wonder, you know, how many new bosses they're going to add, because at the moment, I think there's only 4 bosses, so you face basically all of the same ones, which, again, it's a demo, it's not a big deal. But it would definitely be interesting to face more bosses. Let's see. Ooh, let's go legendary muscle tissue. Yeah, so now we have max strength. We are at 36 strength. Let's see. Let's go. Okay, about to be nighttime. Let's see. Even though we're not using them, I guess we'll level up the pincers. There's too many things we want to upgrade, so I think some things we gotta just bite the bullet and just take them at acceptable levels. Because we're probably not gonna get enough mutagen points to really do it. Let's go antenna, get more crab for higher tier food. Let's see. Mystery mushrooms. That's another thing too. I'm not sure how the how poison works. Like, so does poison work? Does it do a set amount of damage, or does it do a percentile damage? So like, if you eat a poison mushroom, does it deal 50 damage? You know, like it's always going to deal 50 damage, whatever. Or does it do like 50% of your HP? And does that mean you, even as a big lumbering giant with huge amount of max HP, you still don't want to be random eating mushrooms? Which, you know, I mean, I'm sure there are things I could look up. I really like doing games blind. I think seeing my first reaction to stuff and stuff like that, I think is much more, I don't want to say genuine. That's not, you know, it's not like that. It's more so that I think if you can expect something, it like diminishes it, you know? It helps. Again, the only word I can think of is genuine, but that's really not what I'm trying to say, because that makes, it's not like pompous. I'm not, like, I don't think I'm better because I'm playing it blind or anything, you know, like that's definitely not true. I think we are going to commit a sin. I think we are going to fight this capybara. Oh yeah, and he dropped legendary meat. I definitely think it's the right play, but it is very sad that we do that. Let's see here. But yeah, no, and I don't think, it's like it's whatever. I just like the genuine experience of it. Um, which is funny because I think in some story-based games, I think I'm more fine with spoilers, which makes no sense, right? Like spoilers for movies and games, they don't really bother me per se. And I think the reason is even if you know a spoiler, it doesn't really affect it per se. Like, if you haven't seen, if you haven't read Harry Potter or whatever, I guess this is a spoiler warning, whatever. But it's, knowing that Dumbledore dies doesn't, you don't feel the impact of what happened to his character. So like it doesn't, like, yes, obviously you would have preferred to know that, not to know that, because it's one of those, oh, when is it going to get here, when is it going to get here, like you're expecting it. But it doesn't, to me anyways, it doesn't change like how impactful it is to the story and stuff, which I think is probably complete nonsense, and might just be cope. Maybe I've just been spoiled by some stuff a few too many times, and I've just decided whatever, which I mean could very well be. But oh yeah, we three hit the boss. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. Like, let's see here. Just absolutely. Oh, I clicked off. My bad. Yeah. So that is Ascension or Pressure 6. We finally beat it. My main predator was myself. I managed to deal 104 damage to myself, but I didn't have anything that damaged myself, so that is very interesting. I don't know what that means. Um, but I mean, it is what it is. Hey, if you're still this far, I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If not, hey, it is what it is. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and see you next time.